A really good looking stream or recording is meaningless if the audio sucks. In this episode, we'll cover how to best set up OBS Studio's mixer to balance your various sources and produce a high quality recording or live stream and be a mixer master. I'm EposVox, here to make tech easier and more fun, and welcome back to my OBS Studio tutorial course. I have many more videos on the software in the playlist linked in the description. Check that out if you have any questions, and check the introduction video to see how this course works. Whenever I help users with their OBS streaming setups, one of the biggest things that wouldn't be set up right is the mixer. You look at it, there are green bars bouncing around, it's working, right? For a great live streaming experience, or even a recording that just isn't trashed, learning and utilizing the mixer in OBS Studio is super important. Let's start with the basics of how it works. The mixer panel itself contains audio bars for the different audio sources in a given scene. This does include the microphone and desktop audio devices selected in your audio settings, as well as any specific sources in a scene that also provide audio. For example, if you add a capture card for capturing console gameplay to a scene, a volume bar for that capture card's audio input will also show up. Audio sources are listed by the name of the source, either the kind of source added, or desktop audio device 2, mix/aux, or mic/aux, etc. The green bar below the audio source name indicates the current level or volume that the audio is at. You want it to be somewhere close to 75% of the way towards the right. If it stays all the way towards the right, you'll be clipping or peaking, and your audio will be very overwhelming or distorted. Too far to the left, and it will be hard to hear you. You can use the blue slider to adjust the volume of a source. You'll want to do this to lower the level of game sound or background music so that it doesn't overpower your voice. You want your voice to be clearly heard over all other sound, but for the background sound to still be heard as well. These slider adjustments are reflected in the number on the far right, measured in decibels. Keep in mind, this is not a measurement of your audio levels, simply how much you have reduced the input. Where your sliders should be will vary based on your setup, but for full volume inputs, I usually knock my gain sound and background music to around -6 to -7 dB. The most important rule to keep in mind here is to do many test recordings to make sure things are set up correctly. I get asked all the time, how do I make sure volume levels are right before I stream? Do a test recording. Every time you change something, do a test recording and play it back to see how it sounds. Every time. Do it. You can click the speaker icon to mute any sources that you're not using. For example, if you add a webcam as a face cam, you don't want the webcam microphone echoing around if you have a good mic set up. So you can mute out the webcam audio and not have to worry about it. If you click the gear icon next to a specific audio source, you can click Filters and add one of the available audio filters to a source. This will generally apply to your microphone. You can add more gain if your microphone is just way too quiet. You can add noise suppression or a noise gate to help reduce background noise from your microphone. This can wind up sounding pretty obnoxious for the viewer, as when the noise gate activates and deactivates, it makes an annoying noise like a click or a pop. But you can do some testing for yourself and see if you like it. You can also add a compressor to help your mic sound better and more even. Lastly, you can also add a VST plugin to your audio sources. You can find plenty of these for free online, which can provide awesome fun effects that you might want to play around with. There's a very important part of the mixer that's easy to miss. Click the gear icon next to one of your sources and click to open the Advanced Audio Properties window. Remember this. This lists your audio sources and allows you to separate the sources to different audio tracks, as we covered in a previous video. If you want your sources to record separately, you need to make sure only one source is checked per column or track, and that multiple tracks are checked in your recording settings. Here you can also enable audio monitoring. This lets you create an audio loopback of your microphone so you can hear it in your headphones. This makes it easier to monitor how loud you're speaking and so on. Choosing monitor only, mute output, just loops it out to your headphones. Monitor and output also loops it out to your stream. If you used this, you'd want to uncheck the audio track mapping so that your microphone doesn't go to your stream twice. But setting this could actually cause a delay from your microphone. Usually you don't use it for a microphone. If you need to add a delay to your microphone manually to sync it with something like the Odor Elgato capture cards, you can set that using the sync offset option. If you want to control stereo separation of your audio device and pan it to the left or over to the right, you can do that here, as well as downmixing the audio to mono. You might want to downmix when you have an audio interface or microphone setup that only plays through the left or the right side, such as the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. By checking the downmix box, it will mix your microphone to mono so that viewers can hear it out of both left and right ears. This is kind of important. You don't want an ear to get lonely. Lonely ears are not the way to go. Learning your way around these settings and utilizing them to their fullest extent can both help you make the best streaming and recording experience possible, and also fix any potential issues that may pop up. So jump in, balance your microphones, game sounds, music, stream alerts, and have some fun. I hope this episode of my OBS Studio tutorial course has been helpful for you. If it was, Falcon punch the like button, get subscribed for more awesome tech videos. If you like game streaming, come follow me on Twitch and say hi in chat. I'm EposVox, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching this episode of my OBS Studio tutorial course. More videos like this and a full master class are linked in the playlist in the video description. Click to learn more. Also, consider joining us on Patreon to help keep tech education free. Go to patreon.com/EposVox to sign up.